Let's talk about client case studies. As health and wellness professionals, well, you know that building credibility and trust with potential clients is crucial for growing your business, especially in the health and wellness space. Today, I really want to talk about the most powerful tool in your marketing arsenal is probably right underneath your nose. And it's not discounting your services, it's not doing another challenge. And of course, it's not giving away the next best recipe, the next best green drink to take you away. It is, of course, that powerful tool is client case studies. My name is Elia Foshron. I'm the co-founder of Move Think Smile, and we help health and wellness companies make their marketing work. So let's dive a little bit deeper into what I mean by case studies. Client case studies are not short 1-minute video testimonials from a client. They're not screenshots of texts from your happy client or written text with an image on your website of your client, even though those are all really great options. And definitely, I encourage you to have those. What I'm talking about are deep dive videos into your client's journey from sickness to wellness. And they are literally some of the best content you can invest your time into. By neglecting to leverage these really authentic experiences with clients and really diving deep into what it was like to go from, sickness to wellness when they came and started working with you, it just really, you're missing out on really valuable marketing. And you really want to do client interviews with the ones who who got results right away, but also the ones who got results, but after some time, maybe they had to really put in a lot of work. You want to have both examples because, of course, not everyone will believe marketing if it's just constantly about the best of the best, the people that get the fastest, quickest results. It's also about the people who struggled and actually were able to overcome. So it's really important to be able to connect with your potential clients on this deeper level. And so I want to dive right in and talk about how you can create these powerful case studies. And the key here is that interviews are king, really, really valuable. You can just do these via Zoom, doing a split screen, and that will allow your potential clients not only to connect with your client, but to connect with you. And you want to make them about 20 to 30 minutes long. Now, I know what you might be thinking, and your face might be doing this exact thing right here. And you might be like, what? That is so long, Elia. But believe me, once you get started talking and engaging, it's not that long. The length of time really lets you detail out what that experience was like, and it makes it come to life. So this is not a short testimonial where someone just looks at a screen and they're like, hey, Dr. Sarah was so great. You should go and see her if you want to get your knee fixed. And then that's it, right? Instead, we want an interview and we want it to be about the client, not just pumping you. So it can really showcase their journey, the changes that they made, and the impact of the results they achieved. The client is the star of the show, and that's really important here because the more details that they give, the more people watching with the same issues, well, they're going to relate, and they're going to relate in a really deep, intimate way. And this is indirectly going to give you tons of credibility without selling yourself. Plus, of course, the candid interaction that they're going to see happening between you and your client also gives them some insight into what it would be like to work with you and really get a little bit, get to know you and your personality a little bit more as you're doing the interview. Now, you might say, well, I don't think my clients are going to want to be on camera. But believe me, there is one client who will absolutely share their story on camera. Not every client is going to want to, and that's okay. But there is a client in your midst who thrives on inspiring others and really relishes in telling the story of how they changed their own life with your support. And I guarantee there's probably more than one, right? So once you have your client, here are some tips that I really want you to come back to in order to make this case study as successful as possible. So you can leverage it in making your marketing work better. So number one is to schedule a dedicated time for the client case study interview. Give yourself an hour. This gives you a lot of leeway for tech hiccups or anything like that. And be sure to tell your client that, well, how much time that you're asking for, that full hour. Be sure to send them questions that you're going to ask beforehand. And this way, your client is going to feel really prepared and will feel at ease in coming on and doing the interview. And if need be, you can even coach them a little bit on what they might, say and what they feel comfortable saying and how they're really going to be an inspiration by doing this. You want to test your tech beforehand and coach your client on setting up for a good location for the interview. So make sure that you just describe to them, if they've not been on Zoom or not done a lot of these interviews before, you're going to want to actually do a little coaching around how they should position themselves, where the lighting might be really great, making sure that, of course, you can hear them and they have a great mic. So make sure that these things are set up before you jump into your time with them. And then to get started and to really hold a framework for the call, you're going to want to use the hero's journey as the framework. So you're going to start by exploring the client's struggles and the obstacles that they had before working with you, and then highlight the turning point when they decided to finally take action. You want to remind your client to focus on their experience and transformation rather than the specific hows of your protocols, right? You really want them speaking about specific results and how their life changed for the better, and the nuances and the very specific ways that things have turned a corner. And you want to recap your client's journey in a really succinct way once you get to the final, the end of your interview, because this is going to really reinforce the key messages that you want your watchers to take away from. And of course, it's really going to make your potential clients who relate to this story, it's just going to drive that point home even more. And then you want to end with a strong call to action. So you could invite your viewers who resonate with your client's story to take the next step and reach out to you. Or perhaps you want them to go to a specific place where they can see if they qualify, or maybe you want to send them to a quiz or a lead magnet or a book that you have, but really make sure that you have a strong call to action at the end. And so remember that by sharing their stories, you're not just boosting your own credibility, but you're also really inspiring other people to take action and transform their lives. And that's a really incredible experience. People love to hear the details, not just the pretty filtered answers that you sometimes see with these short testimonials or with the, 2-sentence testimonials. So if you want a done for you interview outline that's going to make this process even easier, then just comment below case study and I'll send it your way. I have very specific questions and examples that you can use to really make these case studies powerful. And I'm going to say it again. The clients, well, they feel great when they get to tell their story of overcoming. And I know it might seem a little strange at first, or you might feel a little shy about asking someone to go on camera. But let me tell you, it allows people to relive that experience, and it allows them to be able to remind themselves of how incredible that they are, that they were able to overcome this health issue. So if you don't have a few in-depth case studies to share, it's definitely time to add these to your marketing strategy. And I really want you to take a moment to think about who you can contact today. And of course, once you have your interview, let us know how it goes. You're going to be feeling so amazing. Like, I can't believe I did it. I did it. Because, it is a good bit of work. Like I said, doing a 1 hour, setting aside 1 hour to do this interview. Again, it can be 20 to 30 minutes long, but then you might need to edit it and things like that. This is no small task, but I'm telling you, it is going to be a really, really powerful piece that you're going to be able to add to your marketing strategy that is going to pay you back big time, year after year after year. So definitely find that client and go ahead and schedule your case study.